So Mark, tell us, what are some of the challenges that salespeople face? Name 2 of them and tell us how you would help them to overcome those challenges.
I think one of the biggest problems with salespeople today is actually asking for the order, closing the sale, when to ask for the sale, how to ask for the sale, how to follow up, how to handle the common objections. And when we're talking about closing the sale, there's 4 common objections: price, timing, won't work for me, and I don't believe you. And we've got to overcome these challenges before we even start.
Cool. Talk to us about people. This is kind of going into you and Sandy working together. Talk about people's negativity towards one-on-one contact with selling, like over the phone or face-to-face selling. Why do you think people struggle with that?
Yeah, I think people struggle, with telephone sales. It's really a mindset about picking up that phone, but they've never really been trained in how to actually talk about what they do as an end result and the emotions that of what they're selling. So they've got it. That's no cut. That was no good. Okay, let me just go back to the challenges one, because I want to do what Sandy was saying, the problem, then the solution. I didn't do that on the other one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back.
Identify the problem.
Yeah, I'm going to identify the problem, and then I want you to ask me, how do you solve that problem?
Okay, so name and explain a problem that salespeople face.
Yeah, salespeople, one of the biggest problems is closing the sale, how to close a sale, when to close it, their mindset around closing the sale, their mindset around handling the objection. Closing the sale is the most important part, and people have, fear of failure, fear of criticism, and fear of rejection linked to it.
Cool. And how would you help them overcome? What's this specific solution, the quick and easy solution?
Yeah, the way to overcome this is to understand, well, what's the objection going to be before you actually start. So a lot of salespeople spend a lot of time on their presentations. Your job is to spend more time on handling the objections. So what are the objections? And how do we overcome those objections? So the first thing you do is you write down all the reasons why people are going to say no when you ask for the order, and then treat the no as an unanswered question that you haven't built up enough value for. Always start with the end in mind. Start with why they're going to say no to you, and in your presentation have those challenges, have those objections come up and stop.
So go from have the objection in mind.
Yeah, so start with having the objection in mind, okay? Write down all the reasons why people are going to say no, okay? And treat them as unanswered questions that you haven't built up enough value for, and then start with that point. So when you're starting to think about your presentation, start with what the objections are going to be and focus on those objections and how you're going to handle them before they are. So when someone says, let me think it over, you can say, that's a great idea, you should think it over, but just for my own thinking, what specifically do you want to think over? Is it the price?
What else do they need to think about when they're... So give us a list of things they might be thinking about. So starting with price.
Yeah, so as I said, price, timing, I don't believe you, it won't work for me. Whatever the objections are, your job is to write all the objections down on a piece of paper, treat them as an unanswered question that you haven't built up enough value for, and then understand when that objection comes up, have an answer ready for the objection so that you're not caught on the back foot. A lot of people are caught on the back foot when a common objection comes and they don't know how to handle it.